Today we are going to do standard 9th geometry chapter number 3, that is triangles, exercise 3.1, and the theorems is been done before. The link will be given in the description box. You all can follow from there. So today we are going to do exercise 3.2. 3.2 we are going to first study the test of congruence. Now this has been done before. This is only the revision, so I am doing it in just a short way so that you all can understand it. Now suppose two triangles have been given. This angle, the side, and the angle, when they are common and when they are same, such triangles are said to be congruent. So how am I going to write? Triangle ABC is congruent to triangle PQR. By which test? You all have to name the test. So this is going to be angle side angle test. That is ASA test. Got it? This was done last year, so I am just explaining you all for the revision. Okay, so hope this is clear. I'll move towards the second test. Suppose this diagram has been given to you and they have given us triangle ABC and triangle PQR. Okay, now over here angle, side, angle and side. Got it? These are same, they are congruent. Therefore, these angles are said to be congruent. And by which test? By SAS test. Children, you all have to see these signs so that you will be easily finding the answer for which test these triangles are congruent. Okay, so question number third one, when two triangles have been given, this side and this side is congruent, this side and this side is congruent, this side and this side is congruent. Now you will see that all the sides are congruent in these triangles. So what you are going to write? Triangle ABC is congruent to PQR. Okay, you all have to go in this way, not PRQ or something else. Okay, so you all have to start from this, because this and this line is congruent, then this and this line is congruent, then this and this line is congruent. So you all have to go in the direction in which the first diagram is there, and accordingly you all have to write the name of the triangles. So by which test? By SSS test. All the sides are there. There is no angle, so all the sides have been all the sides are congruent. Therefore, these triangles are congruent by SSS test. Now, moving towards the fourth. Now, in this, see, this side and this side, this side and this side, and both the angles. Now, two sides and one angle. So, how are you going to write? First, we are going to write name of the triangle first. So, if we get this thing correct, everything else is going to get correct. Okay, so triangle ABC and triangle PQR. Okay, so the naming is important in these triangles in order to write the congruent sides. Okay, if you make mistake in this thing, everything is going to go wrong in the further writing. So ABC is congruent to PQR. So by which test? Now you will see that one angle is there, that is angle B and Q. So angle B is congruent to angle Q, and that is of 90 degrees. So we know that the side facing the line opposite to the 90 degree is supposed to be the hypotenuse. Okay, so what we are going to write? Triangle ABC is congruent to triangle PQR by hypotenuse. You all have to see the angle first and then decide whether it is a right angle or no, and then only we can write it as a hypotenuse side test. Okay, why we wrote a hypotenuse side test? Because it is forming a 90 degree angle in both the triangles. Okay, so moving towards exercise 3.2, observe the figure and write the test of congruence. Now what we have to do? We have to write the test of congruence. Now first we have to observe. For observing, now this figure is okay because all the sides are marked in the same way. Okay, 1 2 and 3, right? So all the sides are there, therefore we can directly write triangle ABC is congruent to triangle PQR by which test? S test. Okay, all the sides are there, so it is congruent by SSS test. In this triangle, first we have to write the name of the triangles. As I said, we have to get the names right. Now you will see all the angles are in place, so we can directly write in this way only. So first write the names, triangle XYZ and triangle LMN are congruent. These triangles are congruent by which test? Side angle side test. So by SAS test. Only this much you all have to write. Children, you all don't have to make mistake. You all don't have to write the sides from this side. You all have to, if you are writing XY, so its congruent side is LY. So it should go simultaneously. You don't have to change the sides. Now moving towards the third question from exercise 3.2. Now see, this question has been given to you. Over here you will see the sides are at different places. Okay, now they are facing each other. Don't get confused. Now what we have to do, first we have to write their names, isn't it? So first write their names. I will write their names like P, R and Q. Okay, P, R and Q. In the same way you all have to write in for this triangle as well. So this is going to be triangle S, T and U. Don't make mistakes. Don't go from here or go from here. No. You have to start, if you are starting from here, you have to start from here only. If you are starting from here, for the next triangle also, you all have to start from here itself. Don't make the mistakes from here. Okay. So, PRQ and STU. In this, which angle, which test we are following it? These triangles are congruent by which test? Angle, side, angle test. So, angle, side, angle test. Do it very slowly and observe the figure first and then write their names. Now for the fourth question, we have to write the names as usual. First we have to write the names. Now you will see that this is a 90-degree angle, right? So there are the chances of hypotenuse side test. Not chances, it is a hypotenuse side test. Okay, so for that, how are you going to write? The important thing is you all have to write the name first. So L, M and N. Okay, when you twist this triangle, what will be its name? L, M and N. The angle should come in the center. Is congruent to which side? Triangle P, T, R. P, T and R. Okay, when you will twist this angle and see, then its name is going to come in this way. So by which test? Obviously hypotenuse side test. Okay, so now moving towards question number 2. Write the remaining congruent parts of the triangle. Now this is a fill in the blank question. Okay, everything has been given, we have to fill in the blank. Now children, you all have to see what are the steps taken in order to find whether the triangles are congruent or no. Okay, because in further questions you all have to write all these steps on your own. So this is fill in the blank. Of course this isn't fill in the blanks, but the next questions are going to come. Only the diagrams will be given, the question will be given, and you all have to solve it in this way. So better see it properly, understand it, and then only solve it. Now over here you will see that triangle ABC and PQR. Okay, in this way only I have written the question. In this, angle ABC is congruent to PQR. ABC is congruent to PQR. Means first angle we got, right? We got a first angle. Then segment BC is congruent to QR. Okay, so first we wrote the triangle, then we wrote the angle, first angle, then after angle what we are going to take? We are going to take the side. So I took the segment BC is congruent to QR. Then this angle is remaining. For this angle you all have to go anti-clockwise. So ACB and PRQ. Okay. So over here we got angle, side, angle. Therefore this triangle is congruent by which test? ASA test. Angle, side, angle test. Got it? These are the steps that you all have to write in order to find whether the triangles are congruent or no, and if they are congruent, then by which test. Okay, so in this BAC, angle BAC, BA and C is congruent to which triangle? Q, P and R. So write it, angle Q, P and R. Right? Now segment AB is congruent to which segment? Segment PQ. Okay. Now they have given the reasons. You all have to understand these reasons in order to write the reasons. Okay. Now segment this is congruent to which segment? PR. PR has been given. So AB is segment AB is congruent to segment PR. This was easy for writing the test of congruence or finding the triangles whether they are not congruent or they are congruent or not. We have to be able to understand this and write it. Okay, so the second question I am not solving it from this question because it's same, fill in the blanks, you all can do it on your own. I'll move towards the third question. From the figure, state the test. Now as I said, we have to write all the steps. Okay, so first we have to find whether the triangles are congruent, and if they are congruent or no, by which test. Okay, so for that, first thing we should be able to write their names in a proper way. So where is the angle? Over here. From seeing it only we know that it is a hypotenuse side test. Okay, so we know it is hypotenuse side test. So the angles are going to come in the center. Twist the triangles if you are not able to write their proper names. So first we are going to write BAC. Okay, BAC is congruent to PQR. PQ and R. Children, don't get confused over here. This is the main part of the question. Okay, so we are going to write this is congruent by hypotenuse side test. Okay, this is the reason. Reason is compulsory. So after this, now we have to write all the sides and angles that are congruent. So first we will write side AC is congruent to side QR. ACQR. Okay, and the reason is CSCT. Now what is CSCT? Congruent side of congruent triangles. Got it? Corresponding sides of congruent triangles. You all can write it in full form or you all can write it in short form. So after this side, what we are going to get? We are going to write the angle. Angle A, B and C is congruent to angle Q, P and R. Corresponding angles of congruent triangles. Got it? CS matlab side, CA means angles. Okay, so these angles are congruent. The next that we are going to write is angle ACB. ACB is congruent to angle QRP. Again we have to give the reason, that is corresponding angles of congruent triangles. Got it? Here the question, here the answer ends. Okay, in this way you all have to write the congruent test in order to prove the triangles. Now, fourth question, this figure has been given to us. After this figure, we have to first write whether these triangles are congruent or not. These are joined, but we can separate them. Okay, we have to separate and accordingly we have to write their names. Writing the names is important, as I said. Angle LM and LM and N. Sorry, here it is joined. LM and N. This is the first triangle. This triangle is congruent to triangle PM, PN and M. PN and M. As I took LM and N, so PN and M. Okay, you don't have to move it this way. So these are congruent by which sides? You will see that this side is common for both the triangles. This sides are common, this sides are, there is no angle. So S is test of congruence. Okay. So after writing the congruence, now we have to write the angles, sides, whatever it is there, we have to write the reasons over here. We have wrote this. Now first we will write angle M, L and N. Angle M, L and N is congruent to angle in the same order go in this for this triangle also. So it is going to be N, P, M. Reason, corresponding angle of congruent triangles. Okay. Now after this, triangle LMN is congruent to angle PNM. Again the same reason, CACT. Angle LNM is congruent to angle PMN, by which test, what will be the reason? CACT. Corresponding angle, corresponding angles of congruent triangles. These are the three reasons that we wrote. Now you will see that for all the questions we are writing three reasons. So three reasons at the most are compulsory. We can write more also. Okay, but three is more than enough. Now question number 5. This triangle has been given to you. Now these are the two triangles. Okay, over here also you will see that the triangles, only the sides are common. Okay, this is a common side, right? So this side and this is the common side. So obviously this triangle is congruent by SS test. This is by the observation, but we have to give the reasons also. So first write triangle ABC is congruent to triangle CBD. Okay, now for this what we have to write? We have to prove this. Okay, this is to be proved. We have to prove this. So starting with in triangle ABD and triangle CBD. Got it? ABD and CBD go in the same direction that you are taking this triangle. Okay, so after this segment, first segment, that is BA. BA is congruent to segment BC. BA is congruent to BC. Okay, segment AD is congruent to segment CD. AD is congruent to CD. Now you will see in the question they have already given us. So what the reason we are going to give? It is already given. Children, hope you all are understanding it. First write the triangles, then the common sides, corresponding sides, congruent sides. Okay, after that BD is BD is congruent to segment BD, which is common side. And now as I said, we have to only give 3 reasons. So 1, 2 and 3 reasons are over. Now we can prove that triangle ABC is congruent to triangle CBD by SSS test of congruence. Okay, we got the 3 reasons, then we prove that the triangles are congruent by SSS test. Now moving towards the 6th question. This is the last question from the question. This figure has been given to us. From this figure in the question they have said that angle P is congruent to R, matlab this angle is congruent to this angle. Segment PQ and segment RQ are also congruent, matlab this side and this side is also congruent. One angle and one side is congruent. Now what we have to prove? We have to prove whether these two triangles are congruent or no. So let's start. Starting with the first thing, that is triangle PQT and triangle RQS. Okay, these are the two triangles that have been given from this question. So from this question, what I explained you, PQT is congruent to angle RQS. Now this is the common angle. You will see that as I showed you in the previous diagrams, the sides were common. Okay, now over here the angle is common. So we wrote PQT and RQS. Okay, where Q is common. So the reason is going to be common angle. Okay, now first reason we got. Now for the second reason, they have already given us segment PQ and RQ. So write the same reason. Segment PQ is going to be congruent to segment RQ, and this is given, right? This was been given in the question itself. Now second reason is also there. Now for the third reason also, you will see that the third reason they have already given us, but it's in the short form. You all can write it directly. So angle P is congruent to angle R, which is also given. It's been given in the question. Okay, we wrote it. Now all the three reasons have been there. From these three reasons, we can prove that triangle PQT is congruent to triangle RQS, and which test? A is a test. Okay, children, I hope you all have understood this. It's very easy. You all have to only give three reasons and find the test of congruence of the two triangles. Okay, so I'll move towards the next theorem, which is isosceles triangle theorem. Okay, now for this we have to first draw a diagram. Now the theorem, according to the theorem, first we will write the theorem. If two sides of a triangle are congruent, then the angles opposite to them are congruent. Okay, now what is the meaning of this sentence? I'll explain you. Now when the two sides, means these two sides of a triangle are congruent, then the angle opposite to them, these angles, when we divided, these angles are supposed to be congruent. Okay, this thing we have to prove. So first we will take the same diagram and start writing these sides are congruent according to the statement. Okay, and what we have to prove? They have said that these angles are also congruent. Okay, so let's start. So what has been given? First we have to write the given triangle ABC. Okay, this is the triangle given. From this triangle, what has been given? AB is congruent to side AC. Now children, these are the theorems. You all have to by heart it, or you all have to understand it. You all can change it accordingly, but the theme of the theorem should not change. Okay, the steps should not change because you all have to explain it. These are the theorems. Okay, so don't make changes in these theorems. So side AB is congruent to side AC. This is given. Now what we have to prove? We have to prove the angles, right? So angle ABC is congruent to angle ACB. Now angle ABC is congruent to angle ACB. If we are going to prove this angle congruent, then we can get these angles also congruent. Okay, so construction, we had constructed this between line. Okay, so construction, draw the bisector of angle BAC which intersect side BC at D. Okay, now this point will be named as D. Okay, so this is the construction that we did such that D is in between B and C. Okay, so after writing this, we will start with our proof. Okay, children, you all have to write it in this way only. First given to prove construction and then proof. So from this we will get in triangle ABD and triangle ACD, segment AB is congruent to segment AC, which is given. Okay, it has been already given in the diagram and it is also said in the theorem. Okay, the statement also they have stated it, and in the diagram also they have shown it. So you have to write it as given. Then angle BAD is also congruent to angle CAD by construction. Okay, these angles are also congruent by construction, because we made two different angles, right? Two different triangles are being there. So this triangle are congruent to each other, B and C. So this is from the construction. Then the third, first we got, second we got, and this is the third statement. Segment AD is congruent to segment AD. You will see that this is the common line. So this is common side. Okay, now you will see, as I said, only 3 reasons have been necessary for finding any triangle, whether that is congruent or not. We have got 3 reasons. So from this reason we can say, therefore triangle ABD is congruent to triangle ACD by which test? SAS test. Okay, one side, one angle, and again one side. SAS test. Got it till here? Now the third angle A, B and D. Now we have to prove angle A, B and D and angle A, C and D. We have to take these angles. What is the reason? Corresponding angles of congruent triangles. After this, therefore, angle ABC is congruent to angle ACB, where D is in between C. Okay, so from this we can prove that whatever is been asked, it is been congruent. So contrary is such that if all the sides of a triangle are congruent, then its all angles are congruent. Okay, so what we had to do, we had to find the answer till here only, but from this we got that the sides and the angles are also similar, they are congruent to each other, therefore it is forming a corollary, and it can be explained in this way also. So for the exam you will be getting this question, or you will be getting this question. So the answer for any of these statement is going to be this. Children, I hope you all have understood the theorem and the exercise 3.2. If there are any queries, please mention in the comment box. I'll try to answer them. Thank you.